in town, Art?
Till Wednesday.
Wednesday,
And
Monday.
I'm coming back probably in a week or two.
How you doing, Boyd?
Doing well, how are you doing?
Good, man. Thanks so much, brother.
Looking great.
Thanks, bro.
But yeah, so we all were hanging out last night at the Maluma concert, and basically, I haven't seen a reaction since Jerome Jarre with this guy right here. Everyone wanted a selfie. Every single woman in the audience, in the crowd, like he couldn't leave. I haven't seen
Look,
that
when you got a
since
pretty
Jerome.
face, there's only so much you can do. I mean, you know, life is life. Like when you got it like that, that's the way.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Terrible problem.
Yeah, no, it's not the worst thing that ever happened.
But he has all this attention, and one thing they want to talk about, because I know we don't have a ton of time, is
What do you do with it?
how to build his personal brand when he has so much going on.
You work backwards. The key is to figure out like where you are at this point in your life, like what you work backwards from what you want. Like everything I do is about buying the New York Jets professionally, and like it really helps when you know what you want. So to your point, like when you have that much attention, it's such a big deal. When you actually know what you want to happen, whether that's a TV show, starting your own media company, starting a fashion brand, putting yourself in a position to get brands to endorse you, make $15 million a year, marry someone, like it actually doesn't matter. It could be anything. It could literally be anything, but what I would tell you, brother, is like, if you have a set, and by the way, it changes, right? We're all different than we were 3 years ago, and it's gonna change in 3 years. But to the best of your ability, based on all your life and all the, I know enough to know, like, right now, what is it? What's the chip on the shoulder, and what's the ambition? And you balance those, and then you really can figure it out.
Yeah. So it's like working backwards from where you started type thing?
What do you want to happen? If I was like, yo, I can make that happen, the question is, what would you want to do if you could control, like professionally?
Could I name a bunch of things?
You can, because that will help.
Yeah, because I'm like very much like you in a sense, I guess. You
Yep.
started off as a wine guy.
Yep.
I started off as a dancer.
That's right.
And then you jumped and jumped and jumped
Yep.
and jumped. And I went from like, my jumps were like dancer, choreographer, creative director, actor, fitness, social media, branding.
Yep.
These kind of things, writing, producing, and it's like, so for me is, I guess when you look at, I guess
Creative sits
media.
at the center of that for you.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm very
creative.
and I'm
Right,
all over
clearly.
the place with it.
Which is super common for somebody creative.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place, just had enough of not being all over the place
Yeah.
that I was able to build something, but like I have empathy for that.
Yeah, but for a brand to go, oh yeah, he's great for this because he aligns with us because he does this. They're like, oh no, God, what does he do? He does a million things, which is good for me when I don't know, like it could be anything from a like acting something. I can do a million different things, you know. But it's hard working with brands because it's.
Do you want to work with brands?
Yeah, I do. But not on, like I was telling, not on like, I've never done, and I probably never will do like a one-off post type thing.
Yeah.
I want to like create like companies with them. Like I want to like invest time into them because the people that follow me, I choose to push follow and choose to push on their notifications and choose to comment and like and write my DMs and ask me questions and really get involved with who I am and what I do. Whatever that may be.
You want to respect that.
I want to respect that.
Me
so
too.
I don't want to just sell out fucking.
I get it.
Hey,
I get it. You're preaching.
Fucking 20 grand.
You're preaching.
Here you go.
You're preaching.
Right.
I believe in it so much. I've never done one branded post either, ever.
Right.
And I've been offered some crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
I think too, like, we were talking about a lot of influencers have a certain audience. I mean, I think his audience is very valuable because he's not just an influencer, right? It's not just about how many people follow him. It's, when he's out at a concert, middle-aged women, I mean, my mom, we were at a conference with all these influencers, I just want a picture with Casper,
Of course. I get it.
And those people are making purchase decisions. The other thing that I think is great is that Beau will go out and meet those people. If he's with somebody from a brand and they have the brand, he'll be like, hey, I'm with this person, and he's not like, hey, how much are you going to pay me for this? It's like he's creating relationships. I think that's something different that a lot of people aren't doing,
I'd rather have the long term, but also it's like, does it hurt me to post anything or anybody? You know what I mean? Does it hurt if a friend's like, hey, can you post this on your story? I'm like, yeah, I don't care. It's 24 hours. It helps them. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt me. And it brings attention to that person, which helps them. And if I can help someone, I can. But it's like when we were out there, the South by Southwest thing, like Auto Pops. You know what I mean? The guy was like, I know who you are because my sister-in-law is a huge fan. She owns a dance studio in Chicago. It's a big studio. And I was like, FaceTime her. I was like, let's say hi. You know what I mean? So we FaceTimed her. She didn't pick up, so we did a video. And I was like, hey, thanks for all the support, you know, out here and whatever. But it's just, what does it hurt? It doesn't hurt me. And it makes someone
Karma's
happy.
practical.
Yeah, even if it's one person. That's,
You're preaching.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys are really similar like that. The other thing is he said that he likes to talk about brands he likes, whether he's working with them or not, which is
Smart.
similar like his studio. He could wear any shoe he wants. It doesn't have to be K-Swiss. Like that's the type of stuff I think you could be into because like some things he works with and some things he doesn't. And people
Of all the, I get it. Of all the things that you are doing, would there be something that if you had to pick one or you've done, like you've probably done, this is me guessing, you've accomplished more in the dance sphere than you have in the acting sphere for yourself.
Huge, yeah, creative.
Do you still have a lot of oomph for the acting sphere?
Oh, like if
that
I
would be your
snap anything,
well,
it's being like not even a TV star, a movie star, like on the big
so
screen.
I think that's right. So I'm glad you said that. So that to me is how this goes. Like if we had all day, that's where this goes. Now you start thinking about, see that's where I start thinking about who do you do pieces of content with, how do we get it in front of whom and what. It's literally like you know, there's so many ways to do it. Like getting pieces of content in front of the right people. You have a very interesting dynamic because you have so much awareness in the marketplace because you were in such a white heat moment that of a certain age group, like everybody in Hollywood probably, if they're over 32, highly likely they know of you and have some sort of thing. So advantages and disadvantages of figure 100%.
Super.
So I think the way to me is like how do you penetrate your content knowing that instead of hoping it didn't exist.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
You know, to me that's how you win. You win when you accept it as a positive or negative, just neutral.
Yeah.
Some people lose their mind, some people are like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know how it is.
Yeah, I'm super neutral about it. You know what I mean?
Love it.
If I could stay away from it, I do because
Sure, it came with so much
relevant
baggage. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's no need to bring anything
Right.
up. But yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, he's not gonna get this just because he had. You know what I mean? It's like or just relationship, friends, and things like that. You know, it definitely played in the music business. You know what I mean? With like creative direction and certain artists and labels and stuff that I was working with far before, and then it just changed after, you know what I mean? Because introductions I made to that person.
Of course.
You know what I mean, and then they established, and it just hurt. So
of course.
it's you know,
it is what it is.
It's okay because I move.
It's life.
Yeah, and you move on, and you keep going, and you brand.
How old are you?
About to be 31 next week.
I mean, you literally fundamentally have your entire life in front of you.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, right? You like lived a life, you know?
No, I'm very like, you know, I mean, not for nothing, but I bought a house at 26. I'm very proud of that. That was like one of the.
Where'd you grow up?
Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
You're an Angels fan?
I am.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Do I?
How old were you in that World Series with the rally monkey? You were young.
Oh, I don't know.
You remember it or no?
No.
Is that even too young for you?
Might have been.
Angels versus Giants World Series?
Too young.
31. You just weren't into it then, right? Because it's not
Yeah, I mean,
that
I go
long
to
ago.
a baseball game with my stepdad, who I didn't love at the time, but I like loved the game, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Now I love him. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Yeah, because he
cool.
took care of me. Like as I got
At the
older,
time, you realized what he did.
Yeah, he was a dick and he was rough and you know he's.
But it helped in
more
some ways.
On my sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but as I got older, I'm like, man, he put braces in my mouth. He put food over in my mouth, roof over my head, clothes on my back, and these things that we couldn't afford.
That's right.
You know, so he really took care of me. So now, like, I'm like, yeah, whatever you need, bro. Like, I will.
That's cool.
I got you.
That's cool.
So yeah, I like.
All right, what do you think? Well, I feel like you have so much context for both. You have the most context for both of us.
For whatever reason, there's a lot of people we could work with, but Beau is somebody that I feel like he's a superstar. He's gonna be a superstar, or he is already one. And one.
You just feel like there's more depth there.
Yeah, there's depth and there's talent, which has longevity.
Yes.
And not only that, but also his.
You mean when his pretty face goes away in 30 years, it's still just gonna be, it'll be a distinguistic face?
He has a good personality, and
he's real about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, there's everybody, I think we were talking about like when you were called like the wine guy, oh, this guy's gonna try to do Twitter, oh, now he's doing Twitter, now he's gonna try to do this. And it's kind of like that when people are like, oh, well, he did this, so that's what he is. And I'm like, no, you know, we wouldn't be interested in doing stuff with him if I didn't, one, like him as a person, two, think he has longevity in the space.
So like I told you, I was sitting next to this guy on the plane, and there was a few scripts on the floor, and
Literally.
he literally, well, I mean, it's first class, and he had like
Yep.
3 scripts on like right in front of him, lay down seats and stuff. And I was like, you gotta read all those just on this flight?
Yeah.
And he was like, at least 2. And I'm like, good luck. And then that's it, you know what I mean? And then he was like, what do you do? And I was like, I act. And he's like, oh, nice. And kind of like brushed it off, and he's like, who you with? And I was like, Untitled. And he goes, oh, this is my with. Great. So like, just having that in my pocket, it's like notoriety.
It's why I signed with CAA 10 years ago.
Because someone goes, you're serious.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Jason signed him. He must be fucking good. And Jason signed me personally. You know what I mean? But if I was with Joe Blow,
You're preaching.
You know what I mean? He's like, who's that? Or he goes, oh, cool, man.
Nice, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, right.
Totally understand.
There's this new space though, right?
It's a trade. It's a trade.
And they don't do anything to it.
It's a trade.
There's this new space for like a marketing director or somebody that basically doesn't compete with your manager right now.
That's what you're trying to fill, right?
That's
Yep.
what we're doing.
And
And people like him leaning into us to do that, I mean, you know, I think a lot of people are going to want to follow in your footsteps, right? Even big, you know, celebrities you would think, you know, have all sorts of deals coming to them, and they don't. You know,
They don't, or like the agents are not showing them the right stuff or this and that. I totally get it.
remember when we used to do those videos and you said, you know, if you want somebody to advertise on your website, you call
Call
pick
them.
up the phone and call them and say,
Yes.
hey, I think your brand would be. That's basically what we're doing now
Yeah.
with celebrities. And the ones that are humble enough to say, okay, cool, let's go. Because some of them will say, oh, if I don't have a deal with so-and-so, or if Gary doesn't give me a deal, why am I meeting with him?
I get it.
And I'm like, I see it all the time in Hollywood. I'm like, these people are really gonna drop the ball when they see.
It's called entitlement.
Yeah.
And when you don't come from a whole lot, you know, if you could stay grounded and you don't want to rewrite history, you can stay real humble real fast. It's the advantage.
I feel like we keep it as certain percent of entitlement to certain things. Like
Well, you want to be thoughtful.
Right.
I think entitlement is you think you deserve it. And I think what you're talking about, where you're about to go, and I've already got a sense of your energy, is look, you need to be thoughtful.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't do things that are in the detriment of me long term.
Right.
It's not that, like, you know, I definitely.
Not comfortable.
That's right.
Yeah, but like she's knock away to everyone, all right? Like, if you call me, I'll meet.
I think the acting thing's interesting to me. I don't have the necessarily answer. What I like is that's what you want, which leads me to like more like. So I think there's gonna be a really interesting genre within Facebook of people making original films and uploading to Facebook. Like, so to me, I think you can control your success potentially in the next half decade without UTA, WME, managers. I think that there's a real opportunity, and I think it's gonna come in the form of independent films on Facebook that pop.
So it's funny you say that, right? Because Brittany, when she did that thing, when she interviewed me, she goes, so I'm getting a sense that, she goes, so if you got a big opportunity with Facebook, that wouldn't do it for you. And I was like, it wouldn't.
Makes sense. I think it's this way. I don't think that does it for you either. I think you use the leverage of that success to get you the thing you want.
Jump in. Right, that makes sense. It's crazy. Just
you understand?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's a stepping stone, and people see you, and
it's just leverage. If you asked me to predict it, if you said predict how I become a star, it's something like that leads to the other thing, and then you realize, oh shit, I got to go back to the other thing.
Right.
Will Smith's already doing it.
It's crazy.
He's got to, because as a movie star, he's not relevant.
Yeah. And now he's how do we live without him on Instagram? It's like the funniest fucking thing in the world.
There you go.
And then the whole thing with Mark yesterday was.
I didn't see it. What's that?
Oh, like they're in Ultra, and Mark, Anthony, they were on a boat together, and Mark was teaching him how to salsa dance.
It's awesome.
Which was great. It went.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like.
Of course.
I don't know. It's probably like 50 minutes.
When you have that kind of leverage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So, you know Peter Berg?
Yes.
All right, so I did this thing for Prince Royce that we talked about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to get Prince in here for you. Like, I'm gonna try to help you get like a few artists in here, just because it'll be quicker.
You got them on speed down.
Yeah, I'm very connected in the artist space. And Royce is like my little brother, so he FaceTimed me last week and was like, hey, can you help me? Like, I'm pushing this song. Can you just do a video to it? And then I'll repost it. He's like, I just want like good content. And I was like, all right, cool. So we just shot it right before we came, and I posted it. And Peter Berg wrote me on DM, and I mean, we follow each other because I box and I fight and stuff. And he was like, yo, I really love the content you've been doing. He's like, it's really good. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. Household trip, blah, 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 blah. You know? But just for him to just go out of his way and be like, because even though they're little snacks of nothing.
Man, I really think, I couldn't agree with that more.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that that's what you should be doing.
Yeah, I just don't want to get carried away with.
And what you don't want to do is,
corny.
I know.
Fucking cornball skits.
I know. Yeah. You don't want to make King Batch content because that's King Batch's world.
And that's
Batch is the best.
Best friends.
No, he's the best. I understand what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Not that that's wrong or right.
Yeah.
That's how Batch is gonna get put on. Yeah, I totally get it. And listen, I have started spending a lot of time with The Rock. And and by the way, The Rock, Will Smith, that's we're talking about the, right?
Same guy. Yeah, but just younger.
I will tell you that if you asked me, because of the way you popped onto the consciousness, I don't trust Hollywood. I'd rather you go to the consumer and then put pressure on them.
Yeah.
You have a funny version of how I think about John Travolta. John Travolta became this massive star, and then Hollywood said no.
Yeah.
And he had to get lucky that a ridiculous character like Quentin Tarantino put him in a movie like Pulp Fiction, and then it popped. But had that not happened, the machine said no.
Right.
I know nothing about the machine like that.
Yeah.
I just know humans. There's an enormous percent of the machine that looks at you and says, no, I know what you are.
Yeah.
Period.
And all it takes is one person.
And there's always one person in that, got it? So for me, you don't need to make comedy skits with booty girls. You can make a meaningful 1 minute piece of you want to be an action star?
Right.
Make a 1 minute fucking action star video.
Right.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Take it down. Like what? What?
Yeah.
Get some young kid that's fucking at NYU who's gonna be the next fucking Spielberg.
Yeah.
You catch him right. Go fucking jump out of a bridge or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Somebody made a piece. Who was that kid that showed me? I don't know who was with me. Some kid showed me a piece of content where he like came out of the Instagram.
Oh yeah.
You've seen some of this shit, right?
He's huge. He's
That's the famous guy. Yeah, he
He's
does.
like 20 million.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like his shit is fire.
Oh, he's
like, I don't know, do that shit. Like pop out of it and be like I don't know how to do it either. But like
what you do have that's leverage.
You know how to do it? So can we do something? Why are you fucking mailing everything in? Can we make some?
Why are you being lazy, bro?
Yeah, why are you so lazy, Babin?
If you really know how to do it, maybe he'll help you do one or something, you know what I mean?
Can I get one first?
Oh my god, Babin, help us all out.
Anyway, nonetheless.
Pop out of the window?
You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Here's what I would say. You're in control of your content.
Yeah.
Just cause skits pop, like me, when I came out the gate, I made 22-minute wine videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
The only thing on YouTube was fucking pirated content. People weren't even making original content.
Yeah.
It was all Simpsons clips and SNL and like people just like not knowing what to, like it would be like this pen, like people didn't know what the,
Yeah.
And I was always told like this won't work. It's short form. People forget this conversation back in 07.
Yeah.
Can't make long form video. Like you could make in theory, you could make a 10-minute video. Help remind me, Babin, on Instagram. You could post 7 1-minute videos.
No, you can do 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could.
But no one likes to swipe.
I totally agree. It's why I don't do any of that content. But let me say this, nobody likes to watch 22-minute videos on YouTube.
True.
If that first minute of that video is fire and it looks like a motion picture, and you figured out how to make the 58th, 59th, and 60th second for real.
Right. Then you want to watch, well that's like the COT series with Daystorm.
So, yes, I know. So to me, I know Daystorm, I don't know the series. Here's what I would say.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah.
If I were you, if like we were like now homies for life and lived together in this studio apartment, the first video I would make is straight to video face and be like, I want to make a 10-minute movie on Instagram, 10 carousel 1-minute videos. I'm the actor. I need a production partner. Who's the best? DM me with a link to YU. Then I would fucking sit, fucking watch 35 to 100 videos, emails, whatever, pick somebody and fucking make it.
Yeah. You know, the good thing about that, unfortunately, well, two things is one, I could just call friends that are actually like
Got you.
directors.
Got you.
And then the second thing is like I can actually afford to just pay people, which is so I'm a little bit more blessed.
No, brother, you're exactly right. So fucking do that and make a movie.
And
make a 10-minute movie.
Artists, it's crazy. Like even big artists, like French called me. He's like, I'm releasing this song called Famous, and the words in it are, I hope you don't get famous. I'm like, influencers, this would be great for short content on Instagram. Like, these guys, they want people to make content for them on Instagram. Like, you could be doing it for every artist that comes out with a new song.
But here's my thing. Yeah, he beat me to it. That's not what he wants.
Did that as a favor, like when Sophia asked me to do it.
Oh, that will make him
He wants to be on that billboard starring in Transformers 11 or He-Man 1 or fucking The Fast and the Fast and that's amazing.
Yeah, or comedy.
By the way, I got it.
He has to show his acting.
100%, but I think what he doesn't realize, the white space, and I'm listening, is make an 11-minute movie on YouTube, make it look like a fucking 11-minute movie if you got peeps like that, and fucking go.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you. King made himself a comedy entity by making comedy where people paid attention.
Right.
Make an 11, if you think you can, I don't know well enough, but I have a feeling you can make an 11-minute action scene or 6-minute scene. Yeah. And I'm empathetic to like blowing up buildings, I get it. But like, don't do that. Do what you can and just just fucking make them. Like get everybody, in the same way that Will Smith is in essence doing something very similar to what I do, he's just a much bigger star and it's going to work. He was one of the first to really go, The Rock and Kevin Hart have been playing Instagram smartly, but Will took it one step even further because he had the humility to do it.
I've told a couple artists to do that and they were like, I would never.
He has the humility. It's ego.
Have anything to prove.
To himself.
And when you're in that car, you could be playing French's song. You know what I mean?
But honestly, it doesn't matter. All that other shit he can do on the third post. You don't need to. You don't mix. You don't mix the two. Just make a fire 7-minute, 13-second fucking drama video, and just nobody's stopping you. You're literally one 7-minute, 13-second, this person saved the world video away from having everything you want.
I know, it's like
you do understand that, right?
Yeah.
That's real though.
Yeah.
And like the second you realize you can play outside the Hollywood machine and you can force it, that's when everything changes. I think I'm genuinely gonna be one of the most influential people in this country, and I'm never gonna play within the framework of the game.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Nor do you.
Yeah.
Go find those talented people, go find 3 other actors, and set up a fucking 7-minute, 16-second video that's fucking playing on Facebook and YouTube, and use your 1-minute video on Instagram to push it, and then break the wall. Make one video where you're like, if I were you, based on everything I know now, I'd be like, listen guys, like this is really important to me, and I want to do it in a different way, so I just made it. And if I've ever brought you any value, just watch the entire 7/16 and like tell one friend about it, break the wall.
Yeah.
And then now you've got an entire audience that's gonna care, and hopefully it's fire.
Yeah.
And then it's sitting across, there's some fucking assistant at WME, forget about your relationships, a different person who doesn't know you, who's watching and being like, fuck.
It's dope.
It's dope, he's got skills. Holy shit, he looks exactly like the person I pictured that we need for this supporting role in this blockbuster.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So now I have now I'm getting flowy.
Good.
One that maybe we could, I don't know, the acting one is like you said, is not your world, but so the reason I started doing like dance, just little dance videos, little comedy, little dance here and there on Instagram is because everyone loves them. Yeah. And I'm like, everyone already knows me as that. I'll never do a dance shop, but I'll put up a minute or 45 seconds of something that people can enjoy with something funny, backing it. And within that, and the other stuff I've been doing and being consistent with the content is I've gained like $350,000, $400,000 in the past year. Just not really collabing with anybody, just doing my own thing and just being
quality.
Good. Right.
Yeah, you're good at what you do.
Right. So I decided I want to do a dance workout, DVD, app.
Yep.
Whatever
I
you want to
understand.
call it. So I did like a crazy transformation of like body, like stupid. And I was just took everyone on that journey on stories.
On somebody's.
On what?
On whose body got transformed?
Mine did.
Yours.
Yeah.
You got tight?
Yeah, I'll show you. And I did it quickly. You know what I mean? Not that I was out of shape, but I mean.
When you have muscles underneath, shit can happen fast.
Yeah, it could.
I'm even learning that. I got a little bit of muscles and I'm like, whoa, 3 good days. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've always heard,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
eating is the most important.
It's everything.
But if you don't have the muscles already developed,
That's right.
Development takes a little bit longer.
Correct.
I played a bunch of sports, so that was easier for me. But within this, I took people on this journey.
Jesus Christ. Fucking shit. How long was that?
2.5, 3 months.
Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You were like eating before then.
Yeah. It's just
I'm literally right in the mix of this right now.
behind the scenes, bro. Like, why I wear fucking sweaters and t-shirts and jackets every day.
Totally.
What do I need? I'm not on camera. I mean,
100%.
And like acting stuff, not one acting job have I, and I've done a lot of stuff. Like Ray Liotta and I, we have the same manager, like our personal manager. I have a lot on my resume.
You're really in shape right now.
Yeah, I'm in good shape.
Jesus Christ. I love it. He's in shape, bro. It's a real fucking six-pack. That's not even like fucking around.
It's not like a pretend six-pack.
Yeah, you don't. That's exactly right. This is not a pretend six-pack.
Yeah.
That's what he's like. I'm like, which of your pictures do the best engagement on?
I'm like shirtless.
He's like, my shirtless.
Yeah, man, I want to
You can't
fucking.
just post shirtless
Yeah,
pictures,
girls
but
like
you
shirtless
get a lot of
picture.
engagement.
But not only girls like I'll have like, you know Jesse Torero by chance?
No.
So he's actually directing and producing and writing the whole Nicky Jam story, his TV show he's doing. Right. He oh, that sounds terrible. He's Montana.
Dude, you need to make fucking 7-minute scene. You basically, listen to me.
I'm with you.
You want to be a movie star?
Yeah.
Be a movie star on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Make the content, be in full control, every story you've ever dreamed up.
Yeah.
Because it will work.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm with it.
You're gonna deliver one line in one video and the right person's gonna see it and it will change your career.
I'm with it.
You know how this works.
Yeah.
The way you got, like, what did she do? It's one moment in time,
Yeah.
but she grew up in a game that there was people that had to say it.
Yeah.
We're all now growing up in a game where the audience gets to say it.
Yeah.
You don't have to get lucky that somebody said, yeah, you.
Right.
You get to dance in the background of this.
Right.
That
And
game
we
is so,
get to put stuff out that people can see whether
just make it.
they say
like,
yes or
just
no.
fucking make the scene of a cop, like, just do it. Just
Yeah.
be a bad boy. Bad Boys 3.
Yeah.
You and fucking somebody, like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, actually, that's where you can even instill some of your normal, your actual sense of humor. You can make one that just looks like the scene.
Right.
You can do it all. You can make one for a week or two that's a scene of an action movie and show the 9 minutes of that, clips there. And then the following week, you just make a spoof and make pretend that you're starring in Jumanji 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could.
Absolutely.
But literally my point of recommendation
Let's do it.
is you're putting acting on a pedestal that's higher than the thing that you, like, what I just watched with you and, like, that's incredibly good content.
Yeah.
It's just high quality, done well, and the kind of shit you would see, like, on screen or television or on a phone.
Yeah.
I think you should just do that literally ASAP with acting. Like, literally, I think my dream is I go on your account in 3 weeks because he pings me or she pings me, and I look and, like, the video is you coming out and you're a waiter, and there's, like, I think I'm watching When Harry Met Sally,
Yeah.
and then it says go to this link to watch the whole 7 minutes,
Right.
and you just, like, literally just did it.
Yeah.
You have enough scale of audience.
Yeah.
If Berg saw you in that environment, that would mean something different too. It
Right.
just would, brother.
No, you're right.
I know I'm right about this.
Yeah.
Just own it, take it, and to your point,
Yeah.
between relationships and finances, unlike 99% of people,
Yeah.
you can do it right now.
It goes with the whole, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah, but you said
That's
notice how I made the
Yeah.
process. if I could do anything,
Right.
so start with
What
that.
is it? So start.
We can always sell 10,000 subscriptions to some, that's the booby prize.
Yeah.
It's really hard to be Will or The Rock.
But see, I think that too. Like, I think for me, I go, yeah, we could sell 5-10 million copies at $60.
You could.
At DVD or whatever.
You could.
And then I just fund my own fucking movie.
Yeah,
And then I go fucking do it.
but you're, I'm telling
We
you,
can do it here.
Yeah.
Now.
correct. It's gonna take you 11 years to build that thing.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen like that. You're not posting, you and your friends are not posting, buy the DVD and selling 11 million copies.
Right.
You can sell a lot. You
Right.
can make a couple million bucks even. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And first of all, it's not gonna be a CD, that game's over, right? So it's gonna be an app,
Yeah,
app
yeah,
development's real.
Right.
Like, you know how it is. It's why it hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Whereas you now, literally, as you're going down the elevator, hitting up the 7th best production people you know, having a meeting in 48 hours, and literally picking up, like literally filming in 9 days somewhere,
Yeah.
and you're doing it all on spec.
Yeah,
You're making your own
that's
film
smart, too.
as the gateway to the next film.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm in.
And it's not a movie like all those kids.
sold.
But you know what I mean, brother? It's not a movie like the kids that all made that airplane movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah, no.
You see where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
Make a scene from something you'd want to make.
Yeah. And it's badass and it's amazing fighting and action and
You know how to do all that shit?
Yeah.
And you got stunt people and people that can choreograph it. Like, fucking do it.
I mean, yeah, I like the,
And then to be very honest, then, you know, just like all this stuff goes viral, right? Like whether it's Will or that dude that I met in LA, the guy who's doing the voiceover sports shit, where he's using like crass
yeah.
Bob, whatever, or, you know, it's like, this guy's fucking an asshole. Like he's doing like, do you see that guy?
Yeah.
Maybe you're the one who now makes movie content on Instagram.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the first guy that like, we're looking at it and it's like, is this a trailer? Like maybe people are confused even.
Yeah.
Maybe you make a trailer.
Right.
Maybe that's what you're making. 1-minute movie trailers. And then you can get really creative because you're just making up shit.
Yeah. So for me, the biggest.
I mean, literally,
is a writer.
you do. So that's what you got it.
to find a writer.
Yeah, you sure
Got
do.
it right.
Good. So get a fucking writer. You know what? You're laughing because you know where I'm about to go next. Literally, I think you could sell a movie to Hollywood in a month because you made up a trailer.
Yeah.
And it's so fresh. People are like, "What is that?" And literally, you're getting reached out to and be like, "We want to buy the rights to that."
Yeah. I'm with it.
I could see you get it.
You have the fan base.
All right, I'm running super fucking late.
I'm with it, bro. Absolutely.
We'll connect soon.